Welcome to my draft breakdown for Season 2 of the Mombasa City League. I am Magic. Obviously, you guys know who I am. What? You don't? Why, I'm the one and only Meloetta Addict. How could you not know who I am? Anyways, thanks to note walking into this league, I did participate last season, which was its first. I made playoffs after a really hard race to it, and had the kill leader of the season, Mega Gardevoir. So I have high hopes for this season, despite going away from my original draft plan because somebody, aka Rudiger, sniped me of Jirachi, which was pretty heartbreaking. This was a huge snipe, so I had to change my plan completely. So I grabbed Landorus Colressine Therian, the OU Plague. Now, I've never used Landorus Therian in League format, but I know it's a great mon. It has a good amount of coverage paired with setup, hazards, removal, and intimidate. It can be physical or special as well. If I don't burn Calm Mind at some point in the season, then I'm not real. And I did snipe people of this pick, but I don't feel bad. If I get sniped, then so do you. Just kidding, I love you all, and I'm sorry for sniping you. But yeah, the Plague. The name is based on Lando Calrissian from Star Wars. If you don't watch Star Wars, then get out and watch it. Yeah. Next up, another 4x weakness. But hey, why not? Ferrothorn is a great defensive Pokemon that chips stuff down for my sweepers. I do love me some Ferrothorn. It gets Spikes, my favorite hazard, Leech Seed, Knockoff, Sword Stance, Power Whip, Gyro Ball, etc. I feel good about this because it cripples U-turners more and can be defensive on either side. Barbara is going to be a female, and obviously her nickname is a pun. She gets Anticipation as well, which can be a cool tech to have 1 week. So I'm not gonna lie. When I picked this, I wasn't thinking of drafting Rain. I was trying to cover Ferrothorn's 4x weakness. Speaking of, look at my 4x weakness squad. Amazing. It goes without saying that I drafted Rain from here. And that's going to be fun. Rain is a really strong weather. Obviously it isn't sun, but hey, what are you going to do? Pelipper can be a great wall on my team, or I could be an absolute monster and run it offensively with Hurricane and Hydro Pump, which I might do. You don't know me. Yes, you do. That's why you're watching this. I can't fool you. Good job. Go eat a cookie. You deserve it, you genius. Next up, we've got the Kingdra. Now, this guy doesn't mess around, and my opponent might be like, oh, Kingdra is a bad Pokemon, which nobody says, I sincerely hope. Like, Kingdra is a great Pokemon. It can be offensive on either side, and is a great user of Focus Energy, because in the rain it will have Stab Hydro Pump, and when it has a Scope Lens, it will always be critting. So Draco spam, Hydro Pump spam, It could also potentially have the Sniper ability, which makes its crits be even stronger. So it's going to be a very scary threat on my team. Things to note now, I've currently got a huge freeze-dry weakness, and that scares me. Like, I need to stop this. So I wonder who was surprised with this next pick. Meloetta, in my opinion, is the best Pokemon ever made. It is the best mix attacker out there, having 3 different stabs and a really good stats to pair with each of its 2 typings when it changes forms. It is one of the best Calm Minders out there due to having a resisted Shy Shock against it, and it cannot have its special defense lowered by a English Shadow Ball. It is a great wall breaker, a great sweeper, a good special wall, and a great assault vest user. It's a phenomenal Z user as well. Should I go on? You know what? Meloetta is great on a rain team because of Serene Grace and Thunder. It will have 100% accurate thunders with a 60% chance to paralyze the opponent if they're not ground or electric. Talk about speed control. Meloetta is obviously named after my favorite Vocaloid, Yuzuki Yukari. And anyways, Meloetta can also clean up late game. There's your warning, fellow coaches. Next up, as many say, fast electric types are essential to Draft League format, and I agree. Here's my fast electric type, Jolteon, with even more speed control. This pairs well as I can stop all the electric spam onto my end, and I can provide wish support in a way. Jolteon doesn't have the most coverage, but I can easily cover what it doesn't get. Not much else to say, really. Another grass type? Why not, though? It's a rain team. Honestly, though, I made a mistake when I made this pick. I was like, what type am I missing? And didn't notice Ferrothorn. Poor Barbara. So I picked Shaman, who honestly doesn't fit my team, so... well, shit. Hey, look! More speed control. Honestly, though, if it weren't for my hashtag 4x weakness club, Masquerain would have been phenomenal on my team. It's another Intimidate user. It gets Sticky Webs, Hydro Pump, and Scald as well. That's amazing. I love Masquerain. I was ecstatic when I found out that it gets those. But yeah, it's just amazing on a rain team. Alright. Next up. The best fish. I'm so excited, man. I love Quillfish. It gets spikes and toxic spikes. It gets taunt. It's another intimidator. It gets swords dance, fell stinger, and a great defensive typing. Although if you look at stats, it's never going to be defensive, except maybe physically. Alright, so I feel really good about Quillfish. I have high hopes that it will be the kill leader on my team if Meloetta isn't. It also adds to my Swift Swim sweepers. Now, before I made this pick, I was sniped my Mega, but honestly, when that happened, I could not have cared less. Take your Mega Swampert, Corona. I honestly don't like using it much. One other thing to know about Quillfish, though, it gets Pain Split and Haze, so it gets that as support and anti-setup as well with Taunt, as I mentioned earlier. If you made it this far into the video, then do the hashtag bestfish below. Nobody's gonna do that. I mean, everybody's gonna do that. And here we have the Lord of Steel himself, Andrew Carnegie. With the filter ability and those stats, he's gonna be extremely difficult to kill on this team. If I don't bring Curse 1 week, then I'm probably a lie and you should find help. Aggron does get Aqua Tail as well, so in the rain, it's basically gonna be Stab. So yeah, it's gonna be great. It does have a rock typing before Mega Evolving, though, something I need to note every time when I'm thinking about sending it out on a water move. I really need to make sure I don't do that. But yeah, I feel like Aggron will come often, as I really like it on my team. It gives me rocks and a really good wall. And like that Heavy Slam spam is gonna be great. Next up. Oh, it's the meme pick. I love Cast Form, man. But it's such a bad Pokemon. However, it could be really cool bring some week. I definitely will bring Weatherman here at some point. It will be a ton of fun if I somehow pull off the sweep with him. So I hope I figure it out. Up next, though, is the sad page. The last slide. I know you didn't want to see it. I didn't either. Psych! This is a transaction screen. I immediately made some trades after the draft. Shaman was bad on my team, and I didn't need more speed control with Masquerain, so I decided to trade them for what I believe to be amazing Pokemon on my team. Oh my, how lewd. Ha 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 ha. Okay, it's Neptune, the female Ludicolo, and she is ready. I love Ludicolo. I had in my first league ever, and I didn't even have a rain team. My team was really bad though. Like I went 0-10 on a 10-week season. Oof, I had some close matches though. I had Ludicolo on it, and I used it in a really fun way, I think. It was a Rangers set that I brought 3 weeks in a row. It was bulky with Rain Dance and Whirlpool, and it actually did pretty well. Not great, but not bad at all. So I might do a throwback to that at some point for fun, but man, am I excited for Ludicolo. And now we reach Klefki, the key factor. It's a great pun, be quiet. If you heard that sneeze, that was my dad downstairs, ignore it. Klefki is going to be cool. He will relieve some hazards from Quillfish's side and provide speed control and screens. Klefki has a great typing as well, with being only weak to fire and ground, and rain stops one of those, sort of. So I'm excited for Klefki. He's going to put in so much work. As in support work, if he sweeps it all, I'll be pleasantly surprised. And here is the actual last slide. I have my Fairy Dragon Steel Core completed with Ferrothorn, Aggron, King Dragon, Klefki. You can really pair any of those. But I do not have a completed Firegrass Water Core because Fire in the Rain is kind of bad. And I have a personal core as well of Flying, Electric, and Ground. It is Pelipper, Jolteon, and Landorus, which is actually really good. They cover each other really well. And then the most important core in a Rain team is the Rain Sweeper core, in my opinion, which is really good, I feel. They cover each other offensively and defensively, and in ways that stop the typical Rain stops, which would be Grass, Dragon, and of course Water itself. My average stats are not that bad either. They only seem low because of Castform, who with his base 70 across the boards brings it all down. Notable weaknesses are Fire, Ground, and Fighting, but Fire is doing half as much, so that's not really a weakness, and then Ground is not the most likely bring against the Rain team. Notable resists being, everything but Dark and Ghost, honestly. I have 23 weaknesses in total, and holy shit, 62 resists. I'm never dying, I think. I have every hazard except for Sticky Webs, and I have Removal in Landorus, Pelipper, Castform, and Klefki. I have Heal, Pelorus, and Meloetta, and Jolteon, and Wish in Jolteon itself. It wouldn't be my team without Wish support. Just to note, my lower attacks are compensated by Rain, making my stab water stronger, and the attack stat gets much higher when you consider Meloetta Pirouette. I love my team though. I'm so excited, man. This is going to be a great season, I can tell. We shall see if I can record voice with my replays though. If not, then you won't see uploads besides this. But I hope I can. This is Magic, signing out.